Yo, welcome back to Real Culture. It's your boy JF, and as usual, follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, for Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, I will be reviewing the movie Selma. So, with Selma, we start off. Dr. Martin Luther King is getting the Nobel Peace Prize. You know what I mean? For all the good works he's done. You know, he did the Montgomery bus boycott, So now he's getting recognized for that. But it's not enough. You know what I mean? Right after that, right after Dr. Martin King gets, his Nobel Peace Prize, we have the church bombings with the 4 little girls. That was like the saddest fucking thing in earth. When I just rewatched the movie right now, I was so hurt. Like, it just shocked me. I was like, damn, I forgot that happened. Like, it just hit me like, I was like, damn, that shit happened. I ain't got no words for that. That shit was cruel. We move into like Oprah. She comes into play. Like Oprah, she's in the movie. She plays Annie Lee Cooper. By the way, Martin Luther King was played by David Oyelowo. Like, he did a brilliant job. I had to chime that in. But let's get back to Oprah playing Annie Lee Cooper. So she tries to vote, and pretty much she gets denied. It looks like she's been down there a million times, and they kept saying no. Because like the guy that was denying her just knew who she were. Annie, you ready? And then she's the only one in the court office, and it's like, yo, all right, they're not. I mean, why? So then we move on to Dr. King talking to Lyndon B. Johnson. Letters are LBJ. That's it, LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. You know what I mean? About the voting. He keeps turning it down. He's like, we're not ready to do that, King. We're not ready to do the voting, King. Like, we're not, we got other things to worry about, King. And it's just like, yo, we got to get the voting because King is getting mad because he's like, yo, we getting killed down here. And like, we can't do anything because, all the jurors are white. And we're like, kind of like, yo, to be a juror, you have to be a registered voter, number one. So if there's no black people in the juror and we keep getting killed, we keep getting killed by your people. Like, it was just like this whole thing. And it's like, I understand. It's like, no, voting is important. And it's like, for a lot of people, they probably don't think in today's world voting is important. Voting was important back in that day. And it's like, we needed the right to vote. So after that, King leaves the office and the LBJ and J. Edgar Hoover, not LeBron James. I'm talking about Lyndon B. Johnson, LBJ. And J. Edgar Hoover, they come up with a plan to destroy Martin Luther King family. So it's like, all right. So they sending like prank calls and stuff. Like, they sending like, different things. They're trying to break up his family. And it's like, damn, y'all trying to really shut this guy down. Like, what's going on? So then we end up our journey to Selma. And in this, you have Tessa Thompson. She plays Diane Nash. She's involved with the thing. And then you got Lakeith Stanfield. He plays Jimmy Lee Jackson. We'll get to him later. And they did good jobs in these roles. So we get to the part where Snick kind of like is going against Martin Luther King and his crew. And they, it's like they going back and forth about how they should do things. I hate when black people do that. It's like, why we can't just come together? It's like, it's always a beef or it's always something that, that gets us fighting. It's like, yo, we got the same cause. We just want to end this shit. But at the end of the day, you got your ways, I got my way. So we end up coming to terms with Martin Luther King ways. And we about to have this march in Selma. So they march, the first march. It was 3 marches. We're at the first march. So the first march, we march all the way down to the courthouse. Shit goes crazy. Like, the white people start coming in with their billy clubs, beating on motherfuckers, and you know what white people do. They beat the fuck out of us with billy clubs, and move, nigger, move, and get out the sidewalk. Yeah. So this one cop about to hit the fuck out of Lakeith Stanfield, but like Oprah Winfrey, like hell nah. So she step in and like she just like socks the cops, like boom, just hit them in the head, like boom. So they tackle her, woo woo woo. Everybody end up in jail. It didn't go as planned, like so like black people look bad right there. We just like kind of like looking like, oh shit, like damn, we starting shit. But at the end of the day, who really started, but you know how the news twists things and everything. So now we in jail. So then, Malcolm X pulls up. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, he goes up to Coretta Scott King and he's like, yo, you know what I mean? I see what y'all going through. But at first she's kind of like, you was beefing with my husband. So he's kind of like, yo, I ain't even on that no more. Like I'm on a new path. And we all know Malcolm had a new path. You know what I'm saying? We all know Malcolm like starts seeing things from a different point of view. He kind of left the Islamic way and kind of did his own thing. But like he like, yo, I just want to talk to your people because I'm on your husband's side. So like she goes down to jail where Martin is held right now. She like, yo, Malcolm want to help. Martin ain't hearing that shit. He like, man, this motherfucker been dissing me. You know what I mean? He be talking shit about me. Like, I'm not feeling him. I guess he had to. At the end of the day, in this movie, Malcolm was never heard of again. I thought they had a relationship, in my opinion. But in Selma, after Martin was like, yo, he was dissing me, I ain't never seen Malcolm X again in my life in this whole movie. So I could have sworn they took a picture together. I don't know. I could have sworn they was cool, but I don't know. At the end of the day, yeah, let's move on. Whites didn't like that shit. White people didn't like the fact that Malcolm X came down to help Martin Luther King. They ain't like King and X together. They ain't like that shit. So they start whooping our ass. Billy clubs, beating the shit out of people in the streets. It was nighttime and they was kicking our ass as usual. Just beating the shit out of black people. And they end up shooting Lakeith Stanfield's character, Jimmy Lee Jackson. They end up shooting him. Just bam. He's dead. Dead. And it was just a sad day, man. They had that funeral and everything. And it was just like, yo. So MLK is hot. He go back to Lyndon B. Johnson like, yo. Like, what's going on? Like, if you don't change things, we about to have a second march in Selma. Like, and Lyndon B. Johnson not feeling that. Like, he like, yo, don't do that. I don't want y'all to do that. Like, don't do that. And he like, yo, but you ain't doing nothing. You're not trying to change the vote. You're not trying to do anything. Like, don't do that shit. Like, but like, Lyndon B. Johnson, he not biting. So him and Martin not seeing eye to eye. So he like, yo, J. Edgar Hoover, I need you to stir some shit up. I need you to go set it off. So then like J. Edgar Hoover were like, all right, for sure, we about to really destroy this family. So they send like some tapes to Martin Luther King wife with him fucking a girl. Like he literally like beat the cheeks. And I'm like, yo. So he like, yo, like at the end of the day, like baby, it wasn't me. He put a shaggy. He like, yo, it wasn't me. Nah, I'm not trying to disrespect Dr. King on his birthday, but he was the original Shaggy. He said it wasn't me. Like, he said that in the movie. So she was like, she was a real one. Coretta Scott King was a real one. She was like, yo, you know what? I know that wasn't you. I know how you sound. But be honest with me. Like, you let him other girls? He was like, nah. She was like, you love me? He was like, yeah, I love you. She knew he was cheating. She knew he was doing this thing, and she rolled with him. I need a Coretta Scott King ASAP. So they tried to destroy him that way. That shit didn't work. Like, his wife still by him. They didn't break up. You know what I mean? And she never remarried. Like who gonna replace Martin Luther King Jr.? So the second march, this time involved in the second march, is white people and black people. White people joined the march. They like, yo, this shit is inhumane. We trying to mess with the black people. Like, y'all fucking going too far. Like, they ain't do nothing to y'all. So now we got white people on this march. So we all marching down Selma, but Dr. King is like, yo, something ain't right. Something ain't right. So he like, yo, he look at it, because the white people are like, come on through. Come on through. So like everybody like, all right, clapping and shit, like, yo, we can go through. So they letting us go through. So King is like, wait. Something ain't right. Just feel like a trap. So he gets down on one knee and he's kind of like, yo, he starts praying and he like, nah, it ain't right. So he turn around and it's like, everybody looking at him like, yo, what the hell? Like, so the young guns from SNCC, they like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yo, they let us through. Why didn't we march? And he like, yo, something just ain't felt right. Like, I didn't want to do it that way. LBJ still not budging. So some shit happened though. And it probably always happened like this. Some white people that was involved with King in the crew got killed. You know what I mean? White people was like, yo, this is what it feels like to be a nigga. And they beat the shit out of these white people that was for black people. They beat the shit out of them. Shit made news. So like LBJ is like, he's on the fire now. He's like, yo, shit, white people killing white people for messing with blacks. So it's like, shit. They taking it to court. So we get to the trial between Selma and Martin Luther King. So we got Martin Sheen playing a judge, and we got Cuba Gooding Jr. playing the lawyer to Martin Luther King. So they're going back and forth. The judge ends up ruling in Martin Luther King's favor. They win. We get to get the march. So the third and final march has begun, and they cut to live actual footage. This is the end of the movie, y'all. It's live actual footage. It's like they're showing what actually happened in the real story, and they're showing like what happened in the movie. And it's just, it made me smile. The ending made me smile. Shout out to Harry Belafonte, man. He was in that. Like, he's like a staple in like black excellence. And like, I forgot Ava DuVernay directed this film. Like, she did a good job. Like, because like, you know, I know she did When They See Us, and that was dope. Like, she's been knocking it out the park. And Common and John Legend won for that song Glory, Oscar. You know, this movie was good, and it's a definitely must watch. So like, at the end of the day, I need you guys to see this movie. This movie is trivial, and it will give you something for your soul. And with that being said, like and comment on all the other videos I do, and also subscribe to my YouTube page. Like, handle that, and also check out these other videos I do. So with that being said, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I hope you guys had a good day today, because I'm gonna enjoy myself. So with that being said, peace and goodbye.